Okay, so good afternoon guys. My name is Anand Gill. I'm one of the co-directors of the fundraising team within the University of Exeter's Enactus team. So to describe our journey through Enactus, which is what we'll be talking about today with our two projects, Biosmart and Revision. I've written on my prompt card train analogy from London to Exeter. Not quite sure if this is going to work, but we'll find out now. So when we first started our journey, well, there were many issues, delays, lack of personnel, and that was before we even started. But then when we started our journey, things were slow at the beginning, and then we slowly got better and better. And that's really how I would describe our journey this year as a society. And if I look back at what we've done this year and the progress that we've made, I'm really, really proud of what we've done. When the committee first started at the beginning of the year, we decided that we wanted to be a real active committee and a real active society. We wanted to have short-term impact, we wanted to have long-run impact. And with our two projects, I'm proud to say that we've done that. With Revision, here in the UK, we've already had local impact by helping to reintegrate prisoners back into the community to reduce crime in the long run. And with Biosmart, we've already started in Kenyan villages with charcoal, which we discussed a bit later, to help assist communities and help support women within Kenyan villages. So, more of that now, and that's enough from me. I'm now going to pass it on to Navira and Nicholas, who will talk to us about what's been happening in Revision.
On the one hand, many social enterprises and non-profit organizations are working hard to create an impact but lack certain expertise and outside opinions. On the other hand, there are students who have these missing skills and are driven to make a difference. So Revision was created to link these two parties together to maximize positive impact through consulting services. Our role here online is to create a space where students can use their initiative and knowledge to provide solutions that truly make a difference.
The client that we work with this year is Be the Change. Since its inception 2 years ago, they have helped 120 people with first-time convictions move on in their lives through information, advocacy, and rehabilitation. Their work is ultimately based on individuals taking responsibility, accountability, and ownership for their lives. So why is this an important matter? This is important because in Devon and Cornwall alone, there are about 2,000% offenders annually, and 60% of them reoffend within a year. Currently, the criminal justice system is reactive and not proactive. Therefore, the rehabilitation and support that Be the Change provides is essential, considering only 2% of the people they have helped have reoffended.
However, they require fundings and awareness to expand their impact. We thus decided with George Tunnel, the head of operation, that our team will have to focus on the estimation of the impact in monetary terms. In other words, to calculate how much the impact has been saving to the government. We've noticed that most of the data they were using to evaluate their performance were imprecise and outdated. We immediately divided the work, and after one term of research and contact with academics and people from a broad range of sectors, such as prisons, police, and other administrative agencies, our work resulted on an estimate of the cost of society of each crime and how much this change was saving to the society. Let's take for instance a commercial robbery. The estimated cost of such a crime is around £9,300. This number takes into account three categories of cost: the cost in response in anticipation of crime, the cost as a consequence of crime, and the cost in response to crime. This task was made possible thanks to the help and support of the Enactus network. Furthermore, a workshop with EY was set up where they looked over our project and trained members in a consultancy skills session.
Once the project finished, Be the Change wanted us to work on an idea they had at heart, which was a mobile coffee cart. This was because only 16% of those that they have helped have been able to find employment. Employment is a major factor to fight reoffending, but counterintuitively, it is difficult for ex-offenders to find a job, especially with records such as theft and fraud. In fact, 1 out of 4 employers automatically exclude those with a criminal record. So Be the Change wanted to help them take ownership of their future by providing an opportunity to regain trust and through employment. This is where the coffee card comes in. It will be run by first-time offenders and employ 12 of them who are willing and ready to work there. Our team is working to make this idea into a reality. Following the advice given at the EY workshop, we have been able to effectively identify our client's problem and shape our project better. To do so, we focus on the SWOT analysis, business canvas, and cost analysis. After repeated reviewing and reflection, the business plan seemed to be the best way to help with the change. We are currently clarifying the customer base after feedback from our university advisor. We have also collaborated with other university students who are working on a similar project for their course to conduct market research. This will help us effectively market and brand the coffee card, which we believe is essential for the success of it, ultimately providing employment for the first-time offenders and increasing the percentage that Be the Change would help find employment.
In the long term, we will finish the implementation of the card. We are also keen to continue our collaboration with Be the Change. The office is being in the Exeter Cola, which houses other social enterprises. We will make good use of their networks to expand our opportunities and clients. This is the local impact that Enactus Exeter has made this year. Now, Caroline and Alex will present you the global impact we have.
I think we'll spread out so that we can have a bit of arm moving. So deforestation is a global issue, and we all know it. Loss of habitat puts animals on the brink of extinction, and with the decimation of our planet's lungs, we're quickly losing our best weapon in the fight against global warming. But deforestation can affect individuals and communities far more directly than we may realise.
Take Katanuni, a town of 8,000 people on Kenya's east coast. In Kenya, 94% of the population still use wood and fuels like wood and charcoal to cook their food. This enormous demand for wood translates to a loss of 5.6 million trees daily. Now, Katanuni has already felt the effects of this unsustainable enterprise.
Like the rest of Kenya, Katanuni relies on basic fuels to cook their food, but with local forests all but used up, they've had to resort to burning waste with its bad smells and toxic fumes, or to endure a 3-hour round trip each day to collect wood and charcoal from a distant market. This job is largely carried out by women and children who would otherwise be in work or at school.
This exacerbates social issues like gender inequality, which are far-reaching across rural Kenya. And all this while trees are still being felled unsustainably to the detriment of the whole world. Excuse the animation.
And that's where we come in. To get to know the Biosmart initiative, you have to get to know biochar. This is biochar. And you may think, yeah, that looks like charcoal. Who's this guy trying to fool us? Well, I can assure you that's biochar, but you'd actually be half right. Biochar is like charcoal, but better. It's better because it's made from organic waste. Here's a handy animation to show you what that means. Less waste, more trees. Pretty simple.
It gets even better. Biochar is incredibly versatile. Not only can you use it as fuel, you can also use it to to filter water, make toothpaste, and absorb poison. But where it gets really interesting is when you put it in the soil. Because as soil amendment, biochar can help reduce fertilizer leaching and water loss, and increase crop yields. So now, obviously, that secret of biochar is not unknown. But at the moment, it's severely underutilized, with its main proponents being Western gardeners with allotments. So that's where the Biosmart initiative comes in.
We have a mission. It's to battle global issues by promoting biochar as a sustainable solution for communities.
We're achieving this by making information and technology accessible and developing implementation frameworks.
We have created instructions that transcend language barriers, rather like those in IKEA. We've also created instructional videos that can tell you how to use biochar, how to make biochar, and how to use our furnace.
We've also ensured that our instructions are easily downloadable, readable on any digital device, and printable at low cost.
Our team is currently investigating innovative distribution methods to get our instructions out there, such as low data apps, which are currently championed by Google.
Our team of engineers has researched, adapted, and built a biochar furnace, which can be made using a limited resources and technology. So all you need is 2 steel barrels and a bit of welding equipment.
So with that, we are spreading the word of biochar and spreading biochar on the world and making it available to anyone, anywhere. But how does this help Katanuni?
Well, in Katanuni, most women are only employed on the family farms, making them reliant on the income of their husbands. Now, research with women in rural Kenya has showed that to them, having a secure job and ideally running your own business is essential to empowerment.
Based on this ethos and in partnership with a UK-based charity called Friends of Katanuni, who aim to help Katanuni in social and economic areas, we have developed the Katanuni Fuel Cooperative. Now, the Fuel Cooperative will employ women who would otherwise be on this tedious walk. They will collect waste from local farms, they will burn it in the biochar furnace, and then sell it to the rest of the town, localising their fuel supply.
This is soon to create 8 part-time flexible job opportunities for women in the village. We choose to employ women on a part-time basis because that gives more women access to employment and also allows them to split their time between their work on their family farms and their work with us, or with the Katanuni Fuel Cooperative. So we're currently launching the cooperative in partnership with the Katanuni Farming School, which was set up by our partner charity. And the head of the farming school, Patrick, has been a tremendous help to us throughout the project as a source of information and various other support. And he will temporarily head of the fuel cooperative. In the farming school, we're also running experiments to use biochar as soil amendment, teaching the students there about it, and also hoping to make it accessible to Kenyan farmers who would normally not be able to afford various types of fertilizers. So that would allow them to increase crop yields and secure, improve food security in the area.
You may have heard of Biosmart, as it's been around for a few years now, and you may be familiar with it in one of its many forms. But at the beginning of the year, we started off with 4 members and incredibly not much on paper. But after a lot of trial and error and failure and improvement and hours of hard work and much like any fledgling Enactus project, fledgling project that's been around for 4 years, we feel like we've finally got somewhere, and we're really proud. And we're proud to say that hopefully as we speak, our biochar furnace is being built in Kenya. The instructions are over there, and the charity and Patrick are ready to do so. So hopefully next year I'll come back, and we'll all come back. I'll be in a proper suit. And we'll be able to tell you that there'll be some kind of version of the Biosmart cooperative that we've shown you out in Kenya. I think that feels quite conclusive, but Anand will round things off for the whole team.
Thank you very much for listening, guys. I just want to conclude on a bit of a personal note. I've been in Enactus for 2 years, and honestly, I've loved every single minute of it. I've met amazing people, developed friendships and relationships that I'm going to keep for life. And that's really reinforced for me that people really is Enactus' greatest asset. And this year, we've really collaborated together as a society, which I hope you've seen, and gotten through the difficulties we've had, the difficulties we've had at the beginning, and I'm really, really proud of us as a society and as a group for getting through that. So hopefully you've enjoyed what you've seen, hopefully you have loads of questions, which we'll only be too happy to answer, so thank you very much for listening, and yeah, welcome your questions.
Thank you, Exeter. You were running at just under 15 minutes there. And now I'd like to open the floor to the judges for questions.
Just wanted to know, just clarify, So have you had any impact in either of your projects this year? Because it wasn't clear. It sounds like in biochar you haven't had any impact with any beneficiaries yet. Similar for your other project, it wasn't clear. So have you worked with anyone directly so far this Enactus year?
Yeah, so this year the only people we work with directly are the charity and Patrick from the farming school in Pennsylvania. Things have really kind of started moving in the last few months, and the charity only really wanted to kind of announce this or test the waters rather in Catanuni fairly recently when we knew exactly what we wanted to achieve. So in terms of impact, beneficiaries, not yet, apart from Patrick who has another job on his hands. But we kind of fill that gap for the charity. They focus on social and economic issues and fill that environmental gap. So perhaps there is something that's an impact.
Sorry, can I just clarify? So if you're focusing on Patrick,
Yeah.
can you just summarise the work you've done in terms of design, development, construction, advice, and how much of that information you've passed on to Patrick?
Yeah, so like we said, biochar is no secret, and there's like a whole world of biochar you can find on the internet. And so there's all sorts of types of furnaces, from tens of thousands of pounds right through to just digging a hole in the ground. And so we haven't developed a furnace. We've gone through the designs and found the ones that suited Catanuni the best and could produce the most biochar for the cost of the furnace and was easily replicated across the world. So we haven't designed a furnace. We've taken what's out there, refined the instructions, removed all the jargon and the rubbish that came along with it. Because biochar is very niche. It tends to be, it's quite big in America, and people who like to watch YouTube videos about it and find out how they can get bigger tomatoes and things. So we made it accessible there by sending over these instructions. They're also in a video form.
I've got the instructions here if anyone wants to have a look at it, but I'm not sure whether I'm allowed to have it.
So how did you come across your partner? Because I think at one point you hadn't got a country in mind, so how did you go about building that relationship with Patrick?
Yeah. So this is what much of last year was spent doing. We had Kenya in mind specifically because we knew it had good communication. So we learned from the project in its previous form that was essential to making the project work. And we wanted to set it up as remotely as possible, kind of an experiment in what can be done over the internet. Kenya also has massive access to the internet. Something like 70% of people in Kenya have access to smartphones, which sounds weird, and it's also actually, I think it's higher in Catanuni, the village. And so we contacted a variety of charities in Kenya who worked with the kind of issues we were interested in, and Catanuni got straight back and they wanted to meet us without giving us much idea of what they wanted to talk about. And since then we've had a few meetups and that's how they're interested.
You say you've had a few meetups. Do you plan to visit Catanuni in the early stages of the prototype being used and developed?
So I joined the project last year after the project went to Ethiopia and it didn't work. And so my approach to it has been, if we can spend our money that we've raised on building furnaces and other things rather than flights to another country